Welcome back, everyone. Going to the fourth and final hour here of this week. Adam, what are we doing?
That's a great question. So, Jiva, you heard all of that. Anything that they said, you were made aware of. You were hidden in the alley beside the inn, but still able to hear them. When they, I guess, do you guys leave? All three of you? Are you going to the house, or where are you?
I mean,
what
it's
do
the
you
middle
have
of the night, right?
It's in the middle. Like it's just gotten dark.
I mean,
I think I was just about to reveal
oh yeah,
what I
he was going
learned.
to roll. That's right.
Right. You got to roll.
That's right. I
So let's do that first, and then you can decide. All right. Let's have you make that religion check.
Okay.
This is the results of all of your. Oh, Jesus Christ!
All right.
God damn it!
You
What
gave
is it
me-
with 8?
Hold on. You gave me a boon, Adam, in the courtyard when I prayed. I crit to the tower. Said that if I needed to re-roll once, I could from the power of the tower. I would like to use that for this roll.
All right. That sounds good.
It has been enacted.
So the tower is letting me re-roll this for a 17.
Right. There you go. That's
Hey.
nicely done. All right. So you're about
The
to say
tower
some
never did
dumb.
nothing.
You're about to say some dumb bullshit, but then you don't. You say something different. So here's what you figure, Ramus. The oracular tradition in the courts. It varies in efficacy. We can ask the gods for their guidance, and we often are given unclear mythologies. We can interpret these things. There are schools for interpreting them, but they don't agree. They argue, and some people are considered fake oracles. There's no real clear. There isn't a book that says, like, if you have a vision of a fire burning, this is what it means. There'll be several interpretations. So the best you can do is kind of come up with an approximation of what the intent of the gods is in this case. The arcana are mysterious and strange. So the best you figure, the tower's purpose is not to guide, it's not to save, it's not to create. The tower does one thing, and that is destroy. Everything that the tower tells you to do is about in what way and with what expediency to destroy something. Sometimes it's literal. Sometimes the tower is responsible for the crumbling of a castle or the murder of a priest. Other times it's metaphorical. It's the slow disintegration of some socially oriented behavior. The tower can work quickly. The tower can work slowly, but always it seeks destruction. Its purpose in the arcana is to allow new growth, right? The forest fire is a tool of the tower so that we might rise from its ashes and new growth. So it seems pretty clear to you that the tower's vision that it granted to Berg here was, at the very least, that the House of the Falcon needs to be destroyed. That it is a blight the tower seeks to burn to the ground. But the fire spreading through the whole city makes that a little less clear. Maybe the intention is to start here and that eventually the city of Brass needs to be destroyed, or it could be a metaphor for some larger thing some larger fire that will be lit by the destruction of the House of the Falcon. That's where it gets tricky, right? Like, is this a literal thing or is it a metaphor? And that is going to be up to the individual interpreter. Do you have any particular questions? Is there anything that you want to ask me that I might be able to give you a little more clarity on?
And the other part of the dream was the people mashed together into a being. Like,
yes.
that
So
had these symbols.
yeah. So the centipede as a symbol is evil. It's a symbol of evil. Centipedes are universally reviled in this world. They are crushed under boot. They are driven away. They're burned with fire. No one likes them. They are a sign of demons. So your vision, including one, indicates the presence of the Mara in some direct and terrible way. The faces attached to it could mean many things. It could mean that the servants themselves were corrupted by the Mara. It could mean that their souls never made it to heaven, or in the hands of the devils as a result of something that's happened. They could be either in danger or the source of some terrible danger. The tower, again, it's Hulk smash, right? The tower only wants you to destroy things. Everything else is peripheral.
Okay. I think I got the gist of it. All right. It seems to me that, do you see that building out the window? We have to bring that motherfucker down. We have to burn it to the ground. And everything inside of it needs to go. And there's some dark taint in there. The same taint that tried to tempt us into the tavern. Something is evil there. And it wants it and all of the building destroyed. And but the whole town was on fire. I don't know if I have the time to destroy the entire city of Brass, but we have to start there. And then the way it'll be made clear once we destroy that goddamn building and everything inside it, what our true purpose was. That's the best I can come up with.
Are you sure the centipede didn't burn everything up?
No, the centipede.
Now remember the city burning in the sort of canon of the tower, canon with CANON. Fire is a pure and cleansing thing. A forest fire, an entire city burning down, all of those things are seen as good, not bad. If the tower shows you a vision of something burning, that means that thing needs to burn, not that you should prevent the fire. The Mara, they don't destroy, they corrupt. The Mara, burrow up inside you and ruin you from inside. They don't kill you. They don't light your house on fire. So if the tower is showing you something burning, that's what it wants. It desires a cleansing, but it's about how metaphorical or literal that is. Chances are the tower probably doesn't literally want you to burn down the biggest city, the capital of the whole world. But I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. So we need to start with that building, and possibly some great cleansing needs to happen here. I don't know exactly specifically what sort of cleansing it wants, but I do know that it wants us to start at the Falcon. And then once we deal with the Falcon, I think we'll know what to do from then. It wants the slate to be wiped clean in this whole area. What that means exactly, the tower isn't, the Arcana aren't very specific on purpose. They're always testing us by seeing what we interpret things. But we do need to go to that building and destroy it. I think in a literal sense this time.
You mean right now, or can we sleep on it? How fast we need to go? I mean, I'm tired.
Well, the tower didn't say do it by morning. It just,
You see a clock tower just being like, bong, bong, fucking bong, get to work.
Look, all I'm saying, if we go out there in the night, dude.
Yes, we should probably wait till morning anyways.
Okay, I mean, let's let the guards go in there and soften them up if they're going.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be fine.
Yeah. Guys seem nice. It's sad he's probably going to die.
They will not be fine.
Yeah, thanks, Bird. I walk out of the room. I'll probably just go down to the bar and pour a drink. I don't think we're going to anywhere else tonight.
Okay, so Jiva, you're nearby, and they've come downstairs and they're much closer to you, so you're able to sort of perceive them. Can you make a perception check? I'm going to tell you some things about your friends.
Okay.
Some things that they might not know about themselves.
What?
17. All right. So you're like peering through the window, which to you is like transparent. It's like it's not there. You can see them clearly, even through the haze on the window. And they're talking and whatever, and we're watching them kind of through your predator vision. Enoch looks pretty much like any other human you've seen. He has that kind of nested glow in him. And it flares and changes depending on his emotions. So like as he gets like fired up, you can see it glittering and glowing. You're starting to learn that people's like emotional state changes the color and tenor of their chi, of their life force. So you watch that happening with Enoch. Ramus, however, is present in this form of vision only by his absence. He is like a black hole where a soul would be, but instead there's nothing. There is a cold darkness there. You will get no sustenance from feeding upon his life essence. He is a gaping wound in the fabric of the universe, which explains a lot, I think. And when you look at Berg, you can see hanging from him sort of gossamer wisps that sort of hang from his wrists. He has them tied around his neck, and they seem to like weigh him down. Like he moves with a slowness that's visible in this shape, this field of vision that you can't see otherwise. And something about his light is refracted or glass-like. You can see it's almost as if looking at his soul through a prism. And there's a faint, when you look at or focus on Berg, you hear, it's more like you feel it like in your teeth. You feel a kind of high-pitched vibratory like humming. There's a strange tonality that emerges from his soul that you couldn't hear before but can now perceive with your new supernaturally empowered senses. So that's some stuff. That's some stuff about them. They seem disinclined to go out and head into the house tonight.
Yeah. All right. I don't know how to convince them that I'm there trapped if I'm also not really trapped.
Yeah. I mean, I think they think you're trapped in there.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of waiting for them to go and investigate.
Okay. Let's see, they're inside of the inn, the actual inn. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go in where the innkeeper used to live then.
Okay, the innkeeper side, sure.
I'm going to wait for them to leave and then follow them.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So you guys are going to go, you're not going out tonight. You're going to like rest and eat and like let the night pass, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you hunker down in the darkness, Jiva, and as before, you have to spend a point of your chi pool is full from eating all those halflings, but you have to use one to continue to stay alive. And as the sun starts to rise and like is driving you back into the darkness, the shadow tiger whispers to you and says that weight you feel as the sun comes up, driving you down into sleep. This is a given. You will feel it every time its hateful eye arises upon you, but we can resist it. If your friends are going to slip away during the day, I can protect you, but it will cost us. And you can sense it kind of like reaching out for or grasping at the supply of chi that you have inside you. Now you can give it what it wants. You can feed it, and it'll keep you awake and let you operate during the day. But it will cost you some of your chi.
Okay. Yes, we can't risk them leaving while we rest. Whatever you need.
Okay, yeah. So like a dark candle, it burns up some of the chi inside you. You lose 2. But you're able to. You feel as it burns away inside you. Its dark flames flicker in your mind and empower you, and you feel you're able to resist the sun's dampening energy, and you're able to stay awake.
Great.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So I don't think, unless there's anything that y'all want to do at night, you rest and wake up the next day. I think. Can I get a perception check? Actually, are you doing like watches? Like you're camping in a dangerous area, or are you all like?
I definitely watch if no one. Maybe I don't even like say that I'm gonna stay up and watch, but I stay up and watch.
Okay. All right. So let's have you roll a perception check.
All right. Hey, could have used that earlier. 19.
19. Okay. So hard to say whether it's your tormented imagination or if it's like a real thing that's happening, but you swear faintly on the summer wind you hear at night the screaming of men dying coming from the house. It's faint, but tortured screams of the doomed. And this isn't screams of battle. This is like, oh God, what's happening to me? Like the desperate screams of someone completely out of their element.
Yeah, I think I started drinking when I went downstairs, so I'm probably just like, nah, just keep drinking, just drunk. It's not hearing those things. I just kind of like force them out of my head in terms of dwelling on them.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool. All right. So yeah, the morning comes, and the house on the hill goes from being a looming edifice to merely the ancient stone that it is during the day. I think the group of you wake up and I don't know, meet in the room of the inn again.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's where you find yourselves.
So how are we gonna do this, by the way? Can't just waltz in there.
Well,
I mean, I guess we
probably
can.
Probably get her out if we want to. If you care about saving her.
So are we all going downstairs? How are we gonna then leave a torch outside? If it's get in there, grab her, get out, light everything on fire. That's easier than get in there, fight, get out, set everything on fire.
You just have to find her and get her out, and then we can burn the place down. And then whatever comes out, we kill it.
Okay. Berg, you understand that, right? We're not going to necessarily fight while we're in there. We're going to grab Ziva if we see her. And we're going to run. Then we're going to burn the place down. Does that make sense?
Yes, but what if the creature survives the flames? What if that isn't good enough for the tower?
Well, I don't know. Then we burn him again. I got nothing.
I guess we find out.
I guess we find out. We didn't do any knowledge seeking on that thing. I don't even know where to begin, so.
We just didn't see enough of him. It just looked like a man, and he just walked away and whistled.
Yeah. I mean, I can whistle right now. I'd be that man.
I just don't have enough to research it, what it is, or because I didn't see enough of it. But it looked, I just have that sense that it just was more powerful than it looked. Definitely did something to Ziva.
Stay with me for a second. What if we go down there and this is all a trap and there's no Ziva except Zivas in terms of plural? She's just been pulled apart and we're just going into a trap. What do we do then? Just run?
Well, then we try to leave or we horrifically die. You know, whatever. It's always a risk.
Been there, done that, Remus.
Try sucking this soul.
You guys are weird.
It's just our humor. Don't
yeah, it's too dark for me. I guess let's do this. I'm gonna go have some eggs. I'll consider it my last meal.
Okay. All right. So you go and you make yourself some food
Yep.
in the kitchen, and on the other side of the wall, Jiva, your friends have awakened, and you can hear them moving about. You can sense Enix kind of glow through the wall as he goes about his business.
Okay.
And and it looks like they're getting ready to leave. So I think you can hear them kind of like gathering their equipment and getting ready, and and then they leave. Right? You guys are heading for the house.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So they leave, and you follow. So I think that we cut to the front of the house. There's the massive stone edifice. The body out front looks like it's been sitting out in the sun, so it's all like kind of withered and smells terrible, and it's been poked at by birds. But also there's signs of like footprints around here. Like you can see the guards boot prints in the blood. And it looks like they stopped, looked around here, and then went inside.
Okay.
And lived.
Yeah, they're great. You walk
Looks
in,
like
they're like,
those-
surprise, and there's a birthday cake, and the old guy and
They
Jiva
come
are
out and they're
there.
dusting themselves off. For like
Can
easy.
If I
Cake says happy 43rd episode.
if I hunch down and look at you said we could see boot marks, right?
Yeah. So sticky blood, like a toe, and then the edge of a foot, that kind of thing.
Can I get a sense of how many there are or were here?
Investigation check might help.
All right. 18, not bad.
Probably about a half dozen, based on the like not just the prints, but the sort of scuff marks, and yeah.
Okay. I think about 6 or 7 guards were here from what I can tell. They stand up. So they were here at least.
Well, maybe he's dead, and our job's done.
I kind of cocked my head. Yeah, our job's done. They're probably downstairs in pieces with Ziva.
There's worse ways to go.
So are you having this conversation while you're walking inside?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you're like, there's worse ways to go, and we pan into the main hall, the entry hall, and you see the guards. You see the 6 guards and their captain, and they're all standing in the middle of the room, perfectly still. They're standing. The guards are standing in a circle with their swords drawn, and their swords are pointed inward. And you can see from each of them around their waists, around their arms, there are long red ribbons, and they kind of cascade up and are tied to the ceiling, to pieces on the ceiling, sort of being held up in place with their swords out. And in the center, the captain of the guard is on his knees, being impaled by all of these swords, and he has his head down. And he's just kind of like kneeling there, and you see that all of them are when you get closer are like withered and like dry, like they've had their life force drained from them.
Was the captain the one I talked to? That was the...
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I walk in, taken aback. Well, that's the guy I talked to.
Yeah, so he's on his knees. He has his arms out. His wrists appear to have been cut, and there's a pool of blood on the floor around him. And he has his head like down on his chest, and he's got swords sticking in him.
Yeah, I hunch down, get on eye level. Yeah, they're
Okay.
dead. Or at least he is. The other, I don't know what's wrong with them.
So yeah, you crouch down, you look at me, you're like, yeah, they're dead. And you look over at Ramus, and you hear this like wet coughing sound. You hear this, and the guard captain, has just like vomited blood on his chest and is like trying to lift his head, and he's like letting out this kind of wheezing sound.
Well, Ramus, can you save him? Or should I put him out of his misery?
Is he wither like the others?
What's that? No, he's not.
I start to draw my crossbow out, put an arrow into it. Ramus, you gotta act fast. I'm not gonna let him just sit there in pain.
Yeah, his head is slowly lifting. He's slowly finding the strength to lift his head from his chest.
Can I like check this pulse, see if he's still alive, with medicine?
Yeah, totally. That's a thing you can do. Yeah, you rush over to him, and you get up near him, and he lashes out at you with his claws.
Ah!
And you're lucky. He's pinned by the swords, and you leap back, and he just like lashes out with a claw, splatters you with blood, but you leap back, and he stands, and the swords all kind of like tear from his body, and he hisses at you, and you can see his eyes are these like glowing pits of green light.
My gun's cocked, my crossbow's cocked. I take a shot as soon as he jumps.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Let's roll initiative real quick. Because he's free of the swords now. And we'll see how that goes. So let me clear the order.
Oops, sorry.
That's okay. I'll just re-add you. Remus Krill. And you got a 15, Remus?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, everybody else.
Hey. Good old 9.
Okay.
I didn't get last.
All right, he's slow. Good stuff. So
Forgot to click my token.
that's okay. So he got a 5, and Jiva got a 19. I'll just add you guys individually. And Enoch.
I got a 9.
Yeah.
So as far as we witness, it's the captain who's now like a thrall thingy.
Yeah, he's some kind of heinous creature. Yep.
But his like other like underlings, they're not.
No, they're just like withered corpses standing in a strange pantomime of betrayal and bloodshed.
For now.
For now. Exactly. You've played Dungeons and Dragons before, haven't you? So let me just grab his character sheet so I am ready to go. There he is. Okay. All right. So Jiva, you see this at a distance. You're like maybe, I don't know, where are you standing? Are you standing like outside still? Are you by the door?
I'm like, I can see them, but they can't see me. I don't know where exactly that would be.
Yeah, you could be outside. We'll say you're like 60 feet from where this is all happening.
Okay.
Yeah. So what would you like to do? Anything?
No, can I like stealth mode?
Yeah. If you want to risk, like right now, unless they like actively go looking for you, no one will find you. Okay. But if you want to get closer, you could certainly make a stealth roll and start to skulk forward.
I'm gonna stay at the same distance from them for now. Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. Okay. Ramus, there is. You're the only one who's like engaged. He's like up in your face, claws out.
Mm-hmm. I guess I'd be like, nope. I disengage and run behind Berg. Say, kill him! Go get it!
Okay. All right. So you break away and throw yourself behind Berg. No problem. Berg, what would you like to do?
How close is this guy to me?
15 feet, maybe. Like you're right behind Ramus, right?
Yeah, I guess Berg's just gonna draw his warhammer. And fucking try to smash him. Try to Berg smash him. Not gonna go quite into a rage yet to assess his,
Okay, so you're gonna move up and take a swing at him?
Yep.
All right, go ahead. Oh yeah, nice. Okay, yeah, roll damage.
Bow.
All right. So you
total.
take.
Well, it's not a damage, or not rage, so it's just 16. 2 necrotic.
All right. Okay. So it ignores. Oh no! The necrotic damage. You don't regain any hit points because it has nothing, no like life energy to drain.
Yeah.
But it still takes the damage, and it only takes some because it's an entity of some necrotic strength. So it's complicated for me, but don't worry about recovering that health from this guy.
Does it seem affected by the hit at all?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay,
You feel.
I thought you were gonna say it only did the necrotic damage, but nothing else.
No. You feel bone. You feel bone crunching. It's a satisfying hit.
And second hit.
Okay. Nice. Yeah. So you just smash.
Fuck you, stupid captain.
Okay. All right. So you deal
8 more damage.
8 more. Okay. All right. Yeah. It doesn't make any like sounds of pain, but its body is crumbling under your attacks. Enoch.
Man, it's been a while. I will.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I get 2 attacks per round, so or no, 3, right? 2 plus my bonus attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll do that all at sharpshooter, so they get a -5 penalty to the attack roll.
I got a rage for me to get a 3rd attack.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I have the. Okay, so here's shot 1.
Okay.
20 minus.
Nice.
No, that has the -5 on it, so that's 20. Is that a hit?
Yes, it is a hit.
16 damage.
Fuck yeah.
All right.
Second shot, crit.
Nice.
Well, crit doesn't really do anything. 19 damage. It's just an additional D6. Third shot, 8 miss.
Yeah, not so much.
Nice. All right. Yeah. So you just fire quickly 2 shots. The 3rd shot goes wild as it turns. So it's not that you miss; it's just it dodges and it bounces off the ground. But the other 2, yeah, stab into the thing and it hisses angrily. Cool. So now it's its turn. So it's gonna attack. It's gonna attack you, Berg.
Of course, this is why I regret not going into a rage.
Here's its first attack.
That's a crit.
It's a hit.
It's not a crit. It's a hit.
Yep. So you take 8 damage as it slashes its claw across your chest. And then I think.
Do I take that slashing damage?
Actually, you know what? No, it's not gonna deal damage. So you don't take that damage. You get grappled. So he lunges at you and grabs you, despite your bashing him with the hammer. He grabs you, and then that means he gets a bite attack for the second one. So he grabs onto you and he opens his mouth and his jaw kind of like you can hear it crack as it unhinges. And he doesn't like have fangs and bite you, but he starts to sap your life energy. You can feel yourself getting like dizzy and weak. Let's see if it hits. It does not. No, you're lucky. All right.
I don't feel shit.
So yeah, you push it back, and you're able to keep it from absorbing your life force. Yeah, it seems confused and kind of like shaken. It's not sure like what's going on, and it's kind of just lashing out.
So it didn't hit me, and it didn't sap any energy. It just kind of like mouthed me with its gums.
You are grappled. So it's like the 2 of you are struggling.
Right, okay.
But yeah, it tried to sap you with its sort of bite attack, but it didn't work.
He doesn't steal the souls, I do.
So Jiva, do you want to do anything?
Nope. I'm just gonna keep monitoring this.
Yeah, they're handling this thing no problem.
If I knew you were here, I'd be upset.
All right, Ramus, what do you want to do?
Seeing it latch on the Berg, I launch a guiding bolt at it to try to burn it off.
Okay.
For 21 for
Nice.
14 radiant damage.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, cool.
And next attack has advantage.
All right. How much is 14? All right, cool. All right, yeah. So it's burned with the lightning of the tower. There's a flash and the smell of ozone, and it howls. And you can see like when people get struck by lightning, you can see the kind of like veiny like burn line under its skin, and its skin kind of like bursts where that is, and it's like sizzling underneath. It's dead flesh being burned away by the radiant damage. Berg, it is your turn. Now you can fight it while you're grappled. It just means you can't move, and it'll get to try to bite. Try to bite you next turn.
Keep fighting.
Okay, so you're gonna just
All
stay
day.
grappled.
Yep.
Right. Yep, you hit it.
16 damage.
All right.
How's it looking?
It's pretty beat up, but it's still together.
See how it looks after this. Shit.
That one doesn't hurt it yet. It knocks the second blow aside.
I'm so used to every single one hitting.
He only has advantage on that first attack, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Enoch, your turn.
Yep. Sharpshooter, 3 shots. 5 miss.
Oh boy.
9.
Oh boy.
18 hit.
Hey.
Hit, yeah.
18 damage.
Nice damage.
Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, so the first two, you're like trying to get a shot, and Berg is like in the way, and you like shoot past him, and so you're like waiting to get the shot. You finally shoot him in the back, and it howls in frustration. But yeah, it's not dead yet. It's still going. Berg, it's going to try to swallow your soul, because you're still grappled. It gets a 16, so you're still able to fight off, and then it's gonna claw you. And totally. Yep, nice. So yeah, no problem.
I'm just enjoying these moments.
You're totally fighting this thing off, holding it in place while your friends burn and shoot at it. Jiva?
Just gonna continue watching.
Okay, sounds good. Ramus?
Patiently waiting.
Jiva's like, good show.
I'm gonna burn it with Sacred Flame. He has to dodge DC 16 dexterity.
Okay. Dexterity. Nope.
He takes
Yeah,
8.
hit him. Nice. Okay. All right. So the fire. Yeah, you can see that it's starting to like burn away. Bits and pieces of it are falling off and turning to dust. And yeah, it's disintegrating as you fight it. Berg, you want to try to finish it off? Okay, that's it. Yeah. There you go. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I think that it lets go of you. It sort of like staggers back, and one of its arms comes off and just turns to ash, and then you drive your hammer into its chest, and the whole thing just like turns to dust, and yeah, falls to the floor.
As it goes silent, Berg's like, a mercy kill. Just looks down at the thing and like kicks it, just to make sure it's dead.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's just like chunks, right? It's like a log that's been in the fire too long, and like it just comes apart.
Still kicks it.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love Time Warner. You're just doing a bang-up job lately with the internet. Just keep being awesome. We'll be right back once again. We're pretty close to the end of the show, so we might just end here. But yeah, I'll be right back. Yay! Time Warner strikes 2 nights in a row in the middle of a roleplay show. Thanks, you fucking morons. Let's continue.
Berg hit the vampire thing so hard that the internet exploded.
True.
Welcome back.
True.
So yeah, so it's crumbled to dust on the floor. Jiva, you're watching, and I think that we fade in on Jiva looking from the outside, and the shadow tiger just kind of like whispering to you admirably, like, they're strong. Good. Let's see how they fare against the dweller below. Keep following them. And we cut back to the three of you standing around these bodies who are now impaling nothing. They're just holding their swords straight out, kind of in this little pincushion, and then the dust is sort of blowing across the floor.
Berg, to be safe, just let's smash and burn the rest, just in case. I guess we like Sacred Flame, and Berg smashes the rest of the bodies just to make sure that they're not whole.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, the rest of the bodies are just like kind of withered. They're not like dusty. They just kind of break and like come apart.
Last thing we need coming out of the dungeon is to be like, Remember these?
Was that the corpse of Dennis Nedry that said that? So yeah, so now they're just like lying, like bodies strewn about, torn ribbons kind of dangling from the ceiling. And yeah, the way beyond and the way below is clear to you. You know where to go.
My brain went, you didn't consider Magic Berg.
Nice.
So you guys completely desecrated the captain's corpse, right?
Is that a problem?
Well, I mean, I feel slightly bad. I guess as you're doing that, Ramus, can you? I sent that man to his death. Can he say some words or something? I feel bad. I mean, he kind of belittled me, but he's dead.
Yes, that sucks. Get over it.
Ramus, come just for once, do your goddamn job as a priest.
I don't feel good when I say that stuff anymore. I don't get nauseous. I don't know.
What?
Old Ramus.
Here, let's do this. You tell me what you would say, and I'll say it.
Just say how you hope the fountain accepts his soul, and he gets reincarnated as another being that's better, and da 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 da. And then put some flowery stuff on it about his life.
Okay, well that wasn't bad. Good job. Sorry about that, Captain. Hope that helps out.
Something occurs to you, Enoch, as you stand here looking at this ashy pile of former body, bits of bone in it. If something consumed this man's soul, if the thing that you fought was a hollow husk with no soul, if something consumed this soul, then there's no words to be said because his soul has not found its way back to the cycle of reincarnation. It's been swallowed up by some dark thing, and that any prayers you're praying for an absent thing. There is no soul to pray for. And I want how does that revelation feel when you realize that? Like,
yeah, I think after I say those after Ramus says that stuff, I kind of just stare at the body and I think about that and contemplate. Well, I guess the best thing we can do is not say a prayer, but at least try to get his soul out of whatever potentially removed it from him. Looks like so. Guess those words were for naught. Sorry about that, Ramus. I know they suck to say sometimes.
That's all right.
But they were quite nice.
Let's just hurry.
Yeah, we should hurry.
I know, but we should hurry. We'll talk about this later.
Okay. All right. So you press on. Are you going back the way that you came?
Yeah, down that circular stairway to the bottom.
Okay. All right. So we see you head off into the manor house, and Jiva, you follow. And when you step inside, you can feel a presence, and at once you feel both a sense of deep, abiding fear, the kind of fear not of the dark or of fire, but the fear of being face to face with a greater predator than yourself. Right? You can feel something powerful and old and hungry that dwells in this place. But at the same time, some part of you, some part driven by the shadow tiger, is excited. You feel that there's an opportunity before you, that if you can best this creature and consume its strength, you could become that thing, that greater predator. You are all over consumed with a sense of anticipation and excitement. And I think that we see your face. What does Eva's face look like when she has that realization, when she steps inside?
I think Ziva's face is, there's like a flash of like a very brief moment of fear, but then kind of like her eyes light up, and it's almost like she just saw like a treasure room full of gold. Mm-hmm. She just smiles, like kind of really like too big, like that Cheshire cat smile that just looks like uncomfortably large. And she just kind of like steps backward into the shadows and waits.
Cool. Yeah, and I think that's the last shot, right? Is this close up of the half shadow, half light face of Jiva, grinning hungrily and then disappearing into the dark to follow her companions.
Cool. All right. Sounds like we've got one more episode for Anne then.
It could be. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, let's do some shout outs and call it a show. Dan, why don't you start off?
All right. Hi, I'm DansGaming /DansGaming on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter. Easy to find. Variety streamer. I'm currently playing through NAC 2 and then Destiny 2 as well. I'll be doing that tomorrow all day. Thanks for having me on the show. Another fun episode. I'm really liking this horror-themed arc that we're doing with the current characters. It's kind of cool and different from just normal D&D stuff to have like something really dark, and I'm really enjoying it. Can't wait for next episode.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for coming on, Max. Some shout-outs.
I'm GassyMexican as well on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. Variety caster and just game player all around. Cool episode. I agree with Dan. That's one of the neat things about Court of Swords is just we kind of, as the months go by and more people come on, the tone shifts and it becomes more interesting for us as players to kind of adapt to the tonal shifts of the show. But yeah, playing Destiny 2 probably tomorrow. No stream tonight, but yeah, see how this unfolds, and we'll enjoy the rest of the time that we have Anne on the show.
Cool stuff. I'll let you know about Destiny 2 tomorrow, by the way. I know you mentioned
Yeah,
on
let me know.
And thanks again for running home after your flight. Welcome home. You want to do some shout outs?
Yeah. I'm Ammunition. Thank you guys for watching. My name is the same on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. I'm a full-time variety caster. I will not be playing Destiny 2 until the PC releases later in October.
Yeah.
So probably be playing some like PUBG, Siege, that kind of thing. Until then, I still don't know how I feel about Life is Strange because they changed out the voice actors, so I don't know if I'll play that. But I will be streaming tomorrow. I'm not going to stream tonight because, as JP mentioned, I literally came straight from the airport and like ran home and turned on my computer. So I will not be streaming tonight, but I will stream tomorrow around noon Pacific time. Thanks, guys.
Cool stuff. Are you gonna play that Rainbow Six DLC, by the way? Because that stuff came out while you were gone.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I should probably check that out.
Okay, cool. Adam, some shout outs.
Yeah. Thanks for coming, everybody. I also am excited about where this sort of arc has ended us. We're in this kind of like weird, like Middle Eastern Buddhist horror thing, and it's primo. I'm having a great time. So thanks everybody for being around for that. You can find me at twitch.tv/Adam Coble, where I am finishing up. I think this week we're going to finish Hellblade, and then I'm just going to be playing some Mario and Rabbids. So real big difference between those two. Come and hang out and check that out. And then also, gearing up for the Nebula Jazz live show very soon. So keep an eye out for that as well. That's going to be happening right quick. Over at community.itmeJP.com, I have created a Q&A thread. If you have questions for me about this particular episode of Court of Swords, please go and post them there. Otherwise, I will see you next time, yeah?
Yep. Cool stuff. Thanks so much, guys. We will see you, I believe, next Tuesday. Same time, same place. Probably going to be a little bit different time, but we're still figuring all that out. So just look on the calendar or on the Twitch events. We're out. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.